Bradley's Collision Center in Port Neches, Texas has been in business since 1962. Where have you been? Bradley's Collision Center in Port Neches is the best collision shop in Southeast Texas, bar none. Bradley's Collision Center does it all. No job is too big or small. Now 3 generations of Bradleys have carried on that legacy of professionalism that was started almost 60 years ago. Bradley's Collision Center in Port Neches is home of your I-Car Gold Class professionals in Southeast Texas. The Gold Class designation lets you know that a collision repair shop has trained technicians who know how to repair your vehicle properly. In the United States, only 11% of collision repair centers have achieved I-Car Gold certification. Of course, everything changes in life, but one thing has remained constant since the Bradley family started Bradley's Collision Center in Port Neches, Texas, way back in 1962. You can still trust that they'll get the job done with fairness, expertise, and precision. Now 3 generations of Bradleys have carried on that legacy of professionalism that was started almost 60 years ago. Bradley's Collision Center is an award-winning shop serving all of Southeast Texas since 1962. And it has been family-owned and operated by the Bradley family of Port Neches since the very beginning. Each and every one of their customers are treated like friends and family while receiving expert service. Bradley's Collision Center, 2639 Knoll Street in Port Neches, Texas. Call them at 722-9391 and visit bradleyscollisioncenter.com.
King of the road.
Here comes this week's Honky Tonk Texas Fabulous Flashback. Ever wonder how collision shops remove dents from auto bodies? Sterling tells us how it's done.
They'll show them how that's done. What he's doing right now, he's grinding the paint down, getting a good metal surface to work off of. Now what he's fixing to do right now, this gun, it's actually an electric gun that's got a brass pull pin. What he's going to do is he's going to electronically put that pull pin on that metal. See how the metal got hot? And what that does, two things. That puts that metal pin on there in order for you have a tool that you actually pull off of it to pull the dent out. And if you noticed how red the metal gets, hot the metal gets around the pull pin, well that's, anytime you have a dent, it stretches the metal. When it shoves it in, when it gets knocked in, well, what that actually does from the heat is it shrinks the metal, and watch him pull that dent out. Watch how that dent just rolls right out of there. He's adding more pull pins as he goes along, and it actually pulls the dent out and shrinks the metal all at one time. It's very easy to remove the pins. You just take the pins, grab them, and twist them, and they automatically break off flush with your body work. So now he'll go back over top of that with his grinder and grind that smooth. And now that dent's ready for a filler. He'll put a filler on it, then it'll go to paint, it'll get primed, and it'll go to the refinishing section.
King of the road.
That was this week's Honky Tonk Texas Fabulous Flashback. Since 2008, Honky Tonk Texas in Silsbee has been serving up non-stop fun for Southeast Texas with live music and delicious adult beverages. Oh, and be ready to dance your butt off to the best in local, regional, and national touring bands. Of course, date night is every Thursday. And don't forget about the Honky Tonk Grill. Visit them online at facebook.com/honkytonktx and at honkytonktexas.us. Honky Tonk Texas in Silsbee has been serving it all up since 2008. Where have you been?